This is ABC 7 at 5.
You are taking a live look at the White House in Washington, D.C. In just 75 days, President-elect Donald Trump will be inaugurated for the second time. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for ABC 7 at 5. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Paul Sikala. We begin with team coverage the day after the general election. ABC 7 is bringing you reactions from the community and local leaders.
But first, Vice President Kamala Harris addressed her supporters and the nation today after the presidential election was called for Donald Trump. She spoke from her alma mater, Howard University. Michael Yoshida is in West Palm Beach, Florida, and brings us more from her concession.
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
Vice President Kamala Harris officially acknowledging the new incoming 47th President of the United States. Trump is now the second person in U.S. history to win 2 non-consecutive terms as Commander-in-Chief. Reaction and reflection from both sides of the aisle.
I think there is a populist and a anti-incumbent wave because of the impact of both the pandemic and the recovery from it.
We, the people, made our voices heard.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate.
It's a mandate that will be backed by a Republican majority Senate. The GOP secured enough seats to take control of that chamber overnight. Vice President Harris spoke to President-elect Trump by phone before her speech. She urged her supporters and all Americans to uphold the peaceful transfer of power.
But we must accept the results of this election. We will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept.
And President Joe Biden also called President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory and invite him to the White House. President Biden saying he's committed to a smooth transition. An official saying President Biden will also address the nation later this week. Reporting in West Palm Beach, Florida, I'm Michael Yoshida.
Local leaders in El Paso are expressing their thoughts on President Donald Trump's win last night. ABC 7's Tyaun Marshburn spoke to El Paso County Judge Ricardo Samaniego and is live now with what he wants El Pasoans to keep in mind. Tyaun?
Stephanie, El Paso County Judge Ricardo Samaniego says that it's important for El Pasos to remember who they are. Judge Samaniego says he's worked with both Trump and Biden, and he says that there will be a difference in how each administration approaches immigration. Samaniego says once people are here in the U.S., we can't discriminate against them, and we have to treat them like they're a part of the country.
We're not supporting open borders. I don't know why people think that. We just try to be as humanitarian. So it's not like all of a sudden we're going to, the county has anything to do with shutting down or the borders. I've always said, we manage what happens when people come across.
And coming up on ABC 7 at 6, residents shared their hopes for the future under the new administration. Reporting live, Tyaun Marshburn, ABC 7.